Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown. I hope y'all can S2W13, cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can S2W13.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now an early third and 10 here on their opening drive. Looking to throw. Lane. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 38. Play action. It's Wilson. Out to his left.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. And we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Lane looking deep for Julio. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Jaguars are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Flush to his right. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Now Wilson on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Jaguars at 4-8 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Nicole Hardman, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. This is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Catch is made by Hardman. Touchdown, Jaguars! Nicole Hardman doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Lane. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And some room to run now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
What?
21-0 our score after one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Wilson. And this one's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Trying to find Breece Hall out of the backfield.
And it's 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Touchdown! Nicole Hardman on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And a rout is on here in this 1st half.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
19 tight, 19 tight. 79 Broncos.
Off the play fake. Lane. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a 1st down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
They'll run with Hall.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this 1st half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Yannick Ngakoue make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Now it's Wilson. Touchdown Jaguars.
Nicole Hardman from 13 yards out. And the Jags open the lead up to 34-0.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Chad Muma. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Well, these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Across the formation, Hardman gets the completion.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Hall want to give up the middle.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson, and it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Lane caught on the right side by Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. and they get one here in the passing game.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Seven Pirates! Back in 60!
Off play action. Lane. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Again, Wilson will keep it.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half.
Taken in at the 3.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
1st and 10. It's Wilson. Finds his tight end, Ingram. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson.
And check down, complete to Hall.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st down, Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Wilson completes it to Hardman.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They go play action now. Wilson.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw again is Wilson.
On the out route, he completes it to Hall. Down inside the 10. Touchdown! Breece Hall.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Jaguars have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Slot man moves right.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
On third down, Lane. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Agnew now to return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt,
and they will take over 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
play action. It's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and he whips that one incomplete there. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On first down, Lane hits his target, the tight end Mo Alley Cox. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ready. 4 yards remain for second down.
Mustang 19.
Back to throw. Lane.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
18, Pioneer.
Operating from the gun.
Lane firing, and Julio Jones has it on his slant. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Go
The slot man in motion right. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Chad Muma coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it. Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
19 Lions.
To throw on 3rd down. Lane. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Badgley able to punch this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
Touchdown, Colts.
Michael Pittman.
69 yards.
And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Wilson.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Now they get a fourth-quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On the move, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game and moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Badgley on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Here's a throw to his running. The ball is free. Taylor lost it. And the Jags grab it. And he's got room. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
That's caught left side by Hardman. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Lane. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. throw on first down with Wilson.
Catch is made by Hardman.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times